Alright, so here's the deal. We are about to change everything for you in terms of your physique, how you look and feel, and the way you perform in life, because Stronger starts here. And this is gonna be the best full body workout that you can do at the gym if you have access to it. But also, we want to bring it back to what makes us men. We are creatures of habit. We like things that are simple. So 15 exercises that you do every time you step into the gym. Okay, boom, done. You will not only look forward to doing these 15 exercises because they're effective, but you'll know exactly what to do when you get there. You don't have to waste time planning it out, you just have to show up and execute. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, I do want to say this workout you can do either all in one day if you really want to get after it, or you could split it up over 2 days. And in fact, that is probably a better idea because then you can focus more on each muscle group and allow for more recovery. But if you're someone that says, hey, I'm really tight on time, you can absolutely do this entire workout in one day. In fact, it should only take you no more than 45 minutes. Alright? But you're going to burn some serious calories doing this. Let's start off with deadlifts. Now, I would say start off with any exercise that involves your legs. That's usually what you want to do at the beginning of your workouts. Save those upper body exercises till later. So deadlifts, you're going to start off with 8 reps, work your way up to 12 reps, then work your way up to 15 reps. So 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of 15. Make sure you're doing it correctly. The way you should think about it is your deadlift is basically a lower body bench press. It's actually more so an upper back exercise. What you are doing is you are pulling your lats down and back like you are squeezing them together. At the same time, you're flexing your biceps as hard as you can. So you're working your lats, you're working your biceps, you're working your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, and you're even engaging your calves. So all of that too. Say, make sure you're not messing around when you're doing deadlifts. Number 2, squats. Squats 8, 12, 15. Now the key to squats, make sure you're going deep enough where you're either parallel or under parallel on your thighs. So if your thighs are parallel or under parallel, you're hitting the sweet spot. Also, make sure you're not flaring your knees out too much. A lot of people make the mistake of doing that. Your knees should be going in the same direction as your toes. So keep that in mind. If you want to target more of your glutes, instead of doing a barbell squat, you can actually do a goblet squat. There's a great exercise where you hold a dumbbell in each hand, you get low, and that really targets your glutes. Alright, next up, let's move on to the chest. We're gonna do push ups. Now, everybody can do push ups, even. If you can't do push ups, you got to figure out a way to modify it so that you can still do push ups. Because it is such a fundamental movement that all humans should be able to do. So push ups, we're going to do 8, 12, 15, but don't go to failure. What that means is you're not dropping until you absolutely have to. So you might do 7, 11, 14. That's fine, but make sure you are really focusing on your form and you are really trying to squeeze out those extra couple reps. Now, if you want to make this harder, you can put your feet up on a bench and you can do decline push-ups. You can also put your hands closer together so you're targeting more of your triceps. Or you can put your hands wider apart so you're targeting more of your chest. Alright, number 4, we're moving on to the shoulders. So an easy way to target your shoulders is to do dumbbell raises. Now we're going to do those in a superset. That means we're going to pair them with another exercise. We're going to do 10 reps on each shoulder, then we're going to do 10 reps on the other shoulder. So 10, 10 supersetted with something like bicep curls. Now we're going to do 10, 10 as well. Now what you want to pay attention to is the type of bicep curl that you do. If you really want to target the long head of the biceps, which gives you that classic sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger look, you want to do a concentration curl. Concentration curls are awesome. All you need is a single dumbbell and you can hit the long head of the biceps really effectively. Alright, next up, let's move on to triceps. We're gonna do dips. Now you can use a barbell for this or you can use dumbbells. Personally, I prefer dumbbells because I find that I get a little bit more of a stretch when I do dumbbell skull crushers. But barbell dips are great. Again, we're going to do 8, 12, 15. Now when you're doing dips, you can actually play around with the angle by changing the height of the bench that you use. The higher up you go, the more vertical it becomes and the harder it is on your chest. The lower you go, the more horizontal it becomes and the harder it is on your triceps. Next up, let's talk about biceps. I already mentioned concentration curls, so we're going to hammer curls, which is another great bicep exercise. Now I like to do hammer curls at the end of my workouts because it really helps me get that pump, so I would say save this one till later. We're going to do 8, 12, 15. Next up, let's talk about back. We're going to do pull-ups. Now, if you can't do pull-ups, you got to find a way to make it work. Either you're going to use a band or you're going to use straps. You're going to do negative pull-ups. Pull-ups are extremely effective for your back, your biceps, your forearms, and your grip strength. So I would highly recommend you try to work on being able to do pull-ups. We're going to do 8, 12, 15. Next up, let's move on to calf raises. Calf raises 8, 12, 15. When you're doing calf raises, you want to make sure that you're really squeezing at the top. Don't rush it. Take a second to really flex those calves and get the most out of it. Next up, let's talk about one of the most important muscles in your body, your core. We're going to do sit-ups. And no, I am not talking about those crunches that you see people doing in the gym that have terrible form. Sit-ups are awesome. You can use a stability ball. You can use a mat. You can even just do them on the ground. They're great for your core. Next up, let's move on to the last exercise. Last but not least, we're going to do flutter kicks. Now, a lot of people say, hey, those are kind of girly. I say, hey, there's nothing girly about having strong glutes and strong hamstrings. Those are extremely important muscles. So flutter kicks are a great way to isolate those muscles. And there you have it. You now have the best full body workout that you can do at the gym. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more content. And if you want to take your results to the next level, click the link below. And remember, regardless of what you do in life, do it all for the brand.